afternoon, everybody. When first starting this project, I was overwhelmed with so many questions. And even a week into this whole PsyCan thing, I was really confused, not gonna lie. So I still had no idea what my topic was gonna be, and then I started asking myself questions. What am I passionate about? So I came up with a couple ideas and a list. I had music, art, sports, English, stuff like that. But I decided that I was going to stick with music. It's something I've been passionate about for the longest time. I'm a very musical person. At around 5 years old, I started playing the violin, and at around 10, I started playing the piano. I play a total of 6 instruments currently, and I would say it's one of the things that I'm best at and probably enjoy the most. After brainstorming for about a week, I tried to think of ideas that I could make my PsyCan about, but I didn't want to be too basic since so many people are passionate about music. Also, after specifically hearing Miss Lori say that everyone does music as their topic, it kind of freaked me out. But after thinking for a while, I tried to come up with a couple questions that I could answer that incorporated musical instruments and elements. So at first I came up with the question, are people that play instruments smarter? And how does music have an impact on your brain? But even after doing more research about those, none of them really spoke to me, and I couldn't really see myself doing a whole project on it. So that's when I came across something that I found on the internet. I was doing some research and I read something that was called the Mozart effect. It's an effect that, scientists have discovered that when people listen to classical music, different parts of their brain mix with the music portion of the brain, which helps you comprehend and learn things better and faster. I was really intrigued by this because I didn't really know if it was true. I study with classical music, but I also study with pop music, so I didn't know if it would change anything. So that's when I asked myself, well, maybe I should be doing my project on this. So I decided to ask a question. What genre of music will help one test better? I started my test by picking 3 songs, 9 people to test it on, and 3 separate tests. All 3 tests were different, so there was test A, B, and C, and they all had the same number of questions, but different, and the same difficulty. They were all different questions, though. I then chose 3 different songs, from 3 different genres. So my first song was We Will Rock You by Queen. That represented a rock genre. The second one was Fireflies, which represented the pop genre. And the third one was Swan Lake, which represented a classical genre. Sorry. Okay. I had each of 9 subjects sit down and write a test to a corresponding song. So some wrote test A to classical music, or test B to rock, whatever. And then I recorded the results. Not to my surprise, it was just as I expected. As you can see, classical music won with an average time of 1 minute and 5 seconds, pop with 1:25, and rock with 1:35. These results were given to me because classical music tends to be calmer and isn't as distracting. But I was really glad with these results because it proved the Mozart theory correct. So even though this may seem useless, just remember that classical music is proven to make you happier, sleep better, and smarter. So basically, classical music is better grades. Thank you.